President Donald Trump said Monday he's optimistic about Thursday's expected talks between Vladimir Putin and Volodymyr Zelensky in Istanbul on finding an endgame to Russia's war on Ukraine. According to Associated Press, Trump, who is expected to be in Qatar and the United Arab Emirates on Thursday, suggested that he could make a detour to Turkey if he thinks his presence might be helpful. "If I thought it would be helpful, I don't know where I'm going to be at that particular point. I'll be someplace in the Middle East, but I would fly there if I thought it would be helpful." The president also said he's allowing white farmers from South Africa to come to the United States as refugees because of the genocide that's taking place. Trump said that in a post-apartheid South Africa that white farmers are being killed, and he plans to address the issue with South African leadership next week. Trump said he doesn't care whether the South African farmers are white or black or about their height, their weight. But at a time when the administration has sought to halt refugee admissions from many other countries undergoing political upheaval, Trump said the U.S. has essentially extended citizenship to South African farmers to escape from the violence.
The meeting between President Putin as well as President Zelensky. If President Putin doesn't show up to these talks in person in Turkey, will you join Europe in putting higher sanctions on Russia?
If I felt it would be important toward getting the deal done, I'm the one that insisted on the meeting. They couldn't get a meeting because one said ceasefire, one said no ceasefire, was going back and forth. I said, look, at this point, we got to stop it. Just go to the meeting. The meeting's been set. Go to the meeting on Thursday. And if I thought it would be helpful, I don't know where I'm going to be at that particular point. I'll be someplace in the Middle East, but I would fly there if I thought it would be helpful.
Refugees. I want to ask you about South African refugees. Dozens of Afrikaners who claim discrimination in their home country are heading to the United States, right, where your administration is going to welcome them as refugees. Now, this comes as you've halted virtually all refugee admissions for people fleeing famine and war from countries like Sudan, the Democratic Republic of Congo. Why are you creating an expedited path into the country for Afrikaners but not others?
Because they're being killed, and we don't want to see people be killed. Now, South Africa leadership is coming to see me, I understand, sometime next week. And, you know, we're supposed to have I guess a G20 meeting there or something, but we're having a G20 meeting. I don't know how we can go unless that situation's taken care of. But it's a genocide that's taking place that you people don't want to write about. But it's a terrible thing that's taking place, and farmers are being killed. They happen to be white, but whether they're white or black makes no difference to me. But white farmers are being brutally killed, and their land is being confiscated in South Africa. And the newspapers and the media, television media, doesn't even talk about it. If it were the other way around, they'd talk about it. That would be the only story they'd talk about. And I don't care who they are. I don't care about their race, their color. I don't care about their height, their weight. I don't care about anything. I just know that what's happening is terrible. I have people that live in South Africa. They say it's a terrible situation taking place. So we've essentially extended citizenship to those people to escape from that violence and come here. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Who's in charge of the budget bill while you're gone, sir?
Mr. President, are you ready to impose sanctions on Russia if Putin doesn't agree with the 30-day ceasefire?
I have a feeling they're going to agree. I do. I have a feeling.
And we think other countries, no European countries, Mr. President.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said Sunday he is awaiting a full and conditional ceasefire, one that lasts long enough to provide a necessary foundation for diplomacy. According to Associated Press, he added that he would be in Turkey on Thursday to negotiate with Russian President Vladimir Putin personally. His comments came after U.S. President Donald Trump insisted that Ukraine accept Russia's latest offer of holding direct talks in Turkey on Thursday. Ukraine, along with European allies, had demanded Russia accept an unconditional 30-day ceasefire starting on Monday before holding talks. It was not clear if Zelensky was conditioning his presence in Turkey on the Monday ceasefire holding.
Бажаю здоров'я, шановні українці і українки. Багато сьогодні було дипломатичної роботи і нашої з партнерами, і комунікації між партнерами на підтримку для нас. Від завтра очікуємо на припинення вогню. Ця пропозиція на столі, повне і безумовне припинення вогню, тривале, щоб дати необхідну основу дипломатії, може значно наблизити мир. Україна давно це пропонує. Партнери пропонують. Увесь світ про це каже. Очікуємо на ясну відповідь від Росії. Війну Росії все одно доведеться закінчувати. Вбивства повинні закінчитись. Українські сили готові будуть реагувати дзеркально, щоб це було чесно. Ми неодноразово чули від партнерів, що вони готові посилювати санкції проти Росії, якщо Путін відмовиться від припинення вогню. Побачимо. І у нас в Україні немає жодної проблеми вести перемовини. Ми готові до будь-яких форматів. Я буду в цей четвер, 15 травня, в Туреччині. І очікую на Путіна в Туреччині. Особисто. І сподіваюся, що Путін цього разу не шукатиме причин, чому він щось не може. Ми готові говорити, щоб закінчити війну. Четвер. Туреччина. Президент Трамп підтримав. Всі лідери підтримують.
Footage of French President Emmanuel Macron, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer and German opposition leader Friedrich Merz have gone viral in social media, with netizens speculating that the three leaders used drugs during their recent trip to Ukraine. The social media post on Sunday alleged that during their overnight train trip from Poland to Kiev on Friday, the three leaders had used cocaine and failed to remove the paraphernalia before journalists arrived. Social media users speculated that Macron was hiding a bag of white powder and Merz appeared to be holding a cocaine spoon with his hand as cameras entered the cabin. Russian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Maria Zakharova seized the opportunity to denounce the three European leaders. The fate of Europe is being decided by utterly dependent individuals. It's as if the Almighty himself is lifting the veil on this putrid spectacle, she wrote on Telegram app, referencing to the video that went viral in social media. Zakharova also criticized Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenski, describing him as unstable cocaine addict, while also claiming that drug use among European leaders was considered normal. Emmanuel Macron's office denounced Zakharova's remarks, accusing the Kremlin of disinformation campaign. When European unity becomes inconvenient, disinformation goes so far as to make a simple tissue look like drugs, the Élysée said on X on late Sunday. This fake news is being spread by France's enemies, both abroad and at home. We must remain vigilant against manipulation, Élysée added.
Super. On va bien. Merci. Merci.